Bitcoin has recently pumped very, very nicely. Now, are we heading for all-time highs, or is this just the beginning of the bear market? Welcome back to Max Trades Crypto. Today we're going to be talking about our main hourly and 4-hourly scenarios, starting with our main scenario on the chart, right? And to blatantly answer your question, I do believe this is just the beginning of a lot more downside pressure, right? A lot more downside pressure, looking at a move that might take out the $100,000 level and then heading much lower. So let's look at this scenario, right? At the moment, we can see we have moved towards the downside over time, right? Over this, from the 6th of October, we are looking for downside movement. There is still a downtrend. We have not yet broken any form of downtrend, and we can still go a lot lower, right? That is what we are currently looking at. But we now need to break down this scenario here. This move up or move towards the upside that has recently played out will determine what is to come in the future. So we can see that if we go and zoom now a bit more in, we can see here that we had a blatant 3-wave structure towards the upside. Now, when we are looking for complete turnarounds, we are looking for a proper solid 5-wave structure, something along the lines of 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave 5, right? Unfortunately, we have not seen this. We are missing our 4 and 5. We are missing our 1, 2, massive 3, 4, and 5, but yet we have a 3-wave structure. This instantly indicates that this is a possible correction, right? And our main scenario is then corrective. Now, if we look at how it is corrective, we are looking at a possible WXY structure where, if we go and do some education, we are looking for a W up, an X down, and a Y up, then followed by bigger moves towards the downside, right? So if we're looking for that, inside a wave W, we are looking for a 3-wave structure. Inside a wave X, a 3-wave structure. And inside a wave Y, a 3-wave structure. This is the standard form for a W, X, and wave Y. So now, if we know that, we can go back to our scenario and say, okay, we are looking at a WXY here, a blatant 3-wave structure up, a 3-wave structure in X, and now we are looking for another 3-wave structure in Y, an A, B, and a wave C. It looks to me that the wave A is possibly already finished, right? We are seeing quite a big push towards the downside, and we are looking for a possible rejection in this box from $90,600 to $88,000, right? That is where I put a possible B wave correction, and followed by that, so we would have 3 waves, followed by that a 5-wave structure in wave C, taking out possibly $100,000 and then moving lower. Right, that is our main scenario on the chart. Currently, the scenario is actually working out very, very perfectly. A very nice rejection from where we thought the wave A was going to finish. And now, just looking at the time, right, I've put some time indicators here, these vertical dotted lines on the chart as well, to show that often in a WXY correction, a wave W and a wave Y is equal in length of time. So our 1-to-1 ratio, right, of the time sits on the 10th of Jan 2026, and our longer one ends on the 18th of Jan. This is where I expect the wave Y to conclude, and then followed by that we would see a move more towards the downside. Now, for our second scenario on the chart, we are looking at a possible 5-wave structure up. So now, if we are looking at this as our bottom, right? We are then looking for 5 wave structures up. So now the most common is a move up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we do not have that here. Therefore, what do we have? We have a possible leading diagonal. A leading diagonal says, okay, we can have moves that overlap in a 5 wave structure and a converging channel, right? That is exactly what we see here on this scenario here. A converging channel where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and wave 5 finishing our wave 1, and then followed by that a 2 and a 1, a 2, maybe another 1, a 2, and then we are going much, much higher. This to me is less probable. Why is it less probable? A leading diagonal is very, very rare. This is a rare structure. And the second reason why it is less probable for me is that this wave 2 took long, and this looks like a ranging structure. Often not a series of 1-2s. Often a series of 1-2s, we see something along the lines where we have a big 1, 2, and then we have these little ones, little ones, little ones, little ones, and they range upwards, right? This was very, very sideways, right? Sideways 1-2s. So it is possible that this is a 1-2, but very, very low likelihood in my opinion. Now, for trade possibilities based on our main scenario, right? We have been saying for weeks now that you should have invested in these levels down here. And so far, you would be around, I don't know, I'm going to say 12%, or from where we are now, 9% in profit from just this move from the bottom of wave W, right? So we have been saying that it is possible for a small turnaround before we head lower. So the next possible trade that I recommend is starting to short at this 1-to-1 level at around $100,000, and then adding higher shorts as we get higher, investing in some form of triangle. The higher we go, the larger the short that you execute, and then we are looking for a move towards the downside. That would be your most simple trade here. If you want a more risky one, you could invest possibly at this 0.618 on the 1 hourly time frame, just in this level around this box, looking for a rejection for that wave C all the way to that $100,000. That would bring you at about 11% up. That is the 2 trade possibilities on the 2 different time frames. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do join the Discord down below, and the YouTube channel. Do subscribe to that one too. But it's been Max Trades Crypto. Cheers, guys.